Hey y'all, it's your girl Sarah from Sarah Styles here. So you are on Poshmark, or you're thinking about getting on Poshmark, and you're like, what sells well? So I've talked about in some of my other videos, and I'll go ahead and link it above. The strategies are different for everybody, but I'm going to share with you what sold in May for me, what my top brands were, and what sold in May. How I turned $150 into $1,300 in the month of May. Before we get started, go ahead and, I think it'll be over here. Yeah, go ahead and hit the subscribe and notifications. This will subscribe you to my channel, so when there's new content and the notifications, definitely hit the bell so that you'll get a notification that there's a new video. One more thing before we get started. How stinking adorable is that, right? So in my other video, I haven't gotten to the haul yet. I'm going to do a video of the haul, and when I do, I will definitely link it above. But a local PFF is moving, and so I went through her closet. She's moving. She doesn't want to take everything with her, so I went through her closet and bought some things, and this was one of them. It's a Banana Republic, like a mustard yellow. It has a drop waist. If you guys have watched any of my other stuff, or you see my closet, you know that I love, love, love vintage. And so while this is Banana Republic, it has like that vintage flair to it, and it's like, it's not silk, but it's like this silk like chartreuse. I mean, it's amazing. So anyway, I was in the middle of pictures. I needed to take a break, so let's do a video. Let's see what sold in the month of May for me. So I'm right here on my video, or on my phone. Let me go ahead and, I'm sharing my, I think I'm sharing, yes, I'm recording my phone. This is the first time. So, and so I will put my phone here for you to see. But this is my analytical dashboard. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link above to watch the video on it. But this is my analytical dashboard, and it's in Google Sheets. I've gone through and put all the data together. I have a video telling you how you can do this, or if you don't even want to bother with that, you can buy the template, put your data in, and just look at it. So the link for that is down below. But anyway, let's look at my data. So vintage is my top one. And if you have watched before, I love vintage. And then we have Columbia, Rock and Republic, Coach, Citizens of Humanity. You can look at these. A couple things I want to note. So everyone has a different strategy. I talk about it in some of my other videos. Do what works for you. And for me personally, I like to have things that I personally like in my closet. It's just my personal thing. If I'm going to buy it, if I'm going to take pictures of it, if I'm going to have to look at it every day when I share it, I want it to be something I'm excited about. And vintage is absolutely one of those things. And most of the things I will say most of the things in my closet are things that I am excited about. I definitely love vintage. Like I've told you in the past in other videos too, I live in an active area, and a lot of the stuff that I come across are the North Face, Patagonia, Columbia, Lululemon. You know, that's kind of just the area that I live in. So I have to source with what's around, right? And you can see that taking effect in my numbers. Columbia is number 2. Let's say Lululemon's on there, right? Let's look at the top brands by average sale price. And you can see my top brands are Tumi, Sabina, Coach, Badgley Miska, Dooney & Burke, you know, high-end items. Let's go ahead and look at the categories that sold. So it was May. That's kind of a transition month. People are graduation, dresses. I've told you in one of my other videos, you know, I look at this data before I go sourcing, and I was seeing even in April that dresses were like a hot ticket item for me, and I went out and bought a lot of dresses. Let's see how they did. Look at that. That's my highest selling item is dresses. And then my price point, you know, is pretty average. Bags are definitely, for me, bags and shoes, and you can see here too, let me find shoes. Shoes, you know, There you go. Bags are my #1 selling category. Shoes are my #2 selling category. You have a bag and you wear shoes all year round. So the seasonality, while the seasonality will change, boots typically sell at a higher range. Shoes and bags all year round, you can take out the seasonality, and they're like stupidly easy to list. You know, put them up, a couple sentences or whatever. It doesn't take nearly the time to list and to get a good picture, at least for me, for bags and shoes. And you can see that in my data. You can definitely see dresses and shoes are like my hot ticket items. Something I thought was interesting, jackets and coats in May. And I remember as I sold these, I sold a bundle, and we'll look at some of this stuff, the actual items that I sold. So I remember I sold a bundle, and she purchased 2, and they were gorgeous, long pea coats, wool pea coats at like the end of May. And I don't know if some people, because I think I probably took lower offers than I would like at the peak of the winter, so some people are maybe thinking ahead. But I actually sold a decent amount of jackets and coats, which I thought was oddly weird. The other thing I want to note on this is my jeans. So in the past, I was like, I don't want to deal with jeans. I would never buy jeans online because I don't know how they fit. And then I found myself buying jeans online because the exact brand and style, I can look it up easily and I can get like a stupid discount. So I was like, oh, well, I guess I will buy jeans online. So as long as I get brands, you know, that sell well, and I get styles that you can write the style number out, I have found that I've had good luck with jeans. And jeans can also be jean shorts, you know, right now. So that's kind of what I'm selling by category. I love data. It totally helps me get to the next level, but I also love clothes. So I'm going to pull up what actually sold, and I'm going to show you the fun items that sold. You saw the data. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So I'm looking again, I'm on the PoshMark app on my phone. I'm going to go ahead and put it next to me. So what sold for me? Let's look. And I went through and I pulled a couple of my items. I'm not going to show you all 52 items, right? That's boring. But some of my favorite items, some of the things that I'm saying sold well. Coach shoes, the very first item, right? And I'm almost positive this pair of Coach shoes didn't even sit for a month. I mean, they're in and out the door. Great price. Madewell sells well for me. I live in an area where you can usually get Madewell. Unfortunately, some of the thrift stores know that brand, so sometimes it's a bit higher. But those pants are super cute. Dresses, here we go, dresses. J. Crew. Those ones didn't make it because they're not stupidly high priced. Patagonia, right? Dress. This dress, you know, with the flower on the back, I actually didn't source it. This is from my closet. I bought it to wear to my wedding. We got married at a courthouse, and then almost a year later, we had like a big barbecue at a park, very informal. But I was like, oh, it's summer. This is like a cute summer dress, something I wouldn't normally, somewhere fancy I can wear it to, and I bought it. And then it was like ridiculously cold and definitely not appropriate to wear. So I never even got to wear it. And then now I stay at home with 3 kids and have nowhere to wear it. So I finally let go 7 years later and sold it. And there you go. Someone bought it, and I hope you're watching this video and I hope you love it and you give all the love to it. Oh, here you go. Ann Taylor, long black peacoat, cashmere. This is the wool jacket that I told you about that someone bought in May. I would never have thought it. Madewell, like I said, sells well. Anthro, of course, if you're a reseller, you know Anthro, right? Badgley Mishka, I have to show you this dress. This is like gorgeous. I mean, it's, if I was a size 2 and also I had somewhere to wear it, I would have kept it. It was just, it's like this vintage look to it. Oh my God, it was gorgeous. So I hope whoever bought that loved it. And then, like I said, jeans. Jeans in the category is jeans pants and jeans shorts. And so most of the jean shorts I've sold recently actually are ones that I personally distressed. I think I put it on my IG, so definitely follow me over there. But don't dismiss jeans that have stains on them Or what I like to do is get jeans that don't sell well, like boot cuts don't really sell well, but Ralph Lauren vintage high-waisted sells great. They were boot cut, you cut them off, or no, these ones had a stain on it. Let me show you the boot cut. Yes, the Citizens of Humanity were boot cut. You cut them off, and you have these super cute shorts. I think they sold in like 2 weeks at, $40. Like, yes, please, thank you. And nobody was buying them at the store, so they were like on a super sick deal because they were boot cut. So like, don't, tip number 1 or 17, because I've told you a lot in this video, but don't dismiss pants that have stains on them or that are a style that's not in. Cut them off, distress them. It takes like 5 minutes and you can easily sell them. People love that cut off distress look right now. Vintage, high-waisted, look at how cute. Amazing. Stone-wash, like, tell me this doesn't remind you of your child. Well, depending on how old you are. This reminds me of my childhood, like Stonewash 80s, like amazing, right? As far as sourcing goes, I do, I told you I look at the spreadsheet and I like to look at different brands and different things, but sometimes I just buy things that I like. And this Bongo leopard shoe, it's not a huge price point. I don't know why, I just loved it. It has like a vintage flair to it. In my previous life, I'm still licensed, but in my previous life, if you can't guess by the hair, I was a hairdresser, so you're fun and you're cute, and I would have absolutely in a heartbeat worn these. So I bought them. I only made $15 off of them. Again, I think they sold pretty quickly. The person gave me a little love note and said they were like amazing. So sometimes you just buy things to sell because it makes you feel good, right? Again, dresses. Jessica Howard always sells pretty well for me. Not huge ticket items, but you gotta have a little, you gotta find with what you have to source and what works well for you. And dresses, as you saw in my data, work well for me. Here's that Sabina purse. It was so soft. The leather was like amazing, and the flap over is, very big right now. This one sat for a little bit, and I think it's probably because it's not an extremely well-known brand, but sometimes you just have to sit on something until the right buyer gets it. And she left a love note and said she absolutely loved it. So it was just sitting there waiting for her. Again, with the cutoff jeans, here we go, vintage again. Levi's vintage, made in USA, vintage. Levi's are like huge right now. So it's going to take you a little bit of time to figure out what's vintage in Levi's. But once you do, pick them up. They are like hotcakes. So definitely vintage. I love vintage. I love picking it up. People like buying it. Athleta, another one of those brands that, I see out and about. This dress was, if it was in my size, I would have kept it. It's so flattering because of the cut and cute and soft. And here we go. Purses, Coach. These shoes, again, were it makes me feel good purchase. And it was in one of my bins haul that I picked them up. And they're not, they sold at $22, originally $99, they're not this like $60 Coach purse, but they are like so cute. If I was in my hairdresser days, I would have absolutely worn them. They didn't sit for very long. The person who bought them says that she loves them. Great shape. So stinking adorable. And here we go. Vintage again. This is, I don't know if I showed it in my previous haul video, but if you watch one of my previous hauls, I'll link it up above. I found, like, I was about to leave and I found like these amazing Escada blouses, and so I was like, oh yeah, this spot is money, and I found a whole bunch of other stuff. This is one of the tops that I found around that. It was the exact same size. It's not Escada, but it's, a $400 silk shirt. Sold. Lululemon, and then again, down to the dresses. This one, I love this story. I was getting ready to check out. I was at the store. I think I had like 15 minutes with my daughter, so we just kind of picked some stuff up. And it was like hanging on the rack behind the counter, and I was like, oh, what's that? And she's like, oh, the lady bought it, but then, or she was going to get it, and she decided she didn't want it. Do you want to look at it? I was like, yeah, that is like stinking adorable. And it is so cute. It's Taylor, it's Taylor, which is, a decent brand. Originally $150, but I bought it because it was so cute. And even if I only got, $20 for it, I just loved it so much. I wanted to wear it. Again, I'm not a size 4, nor do I have anywhere to wear it to. And again, Jessica Howard. So there you have it. Those are my what sold for me this month. Go ahead and make sure to follow me and subscribe and follow me, and keep an eye out for my latest videos. Have a good night.